Standing proudly in the heart of Barcelona, the Sagrada Familia is perhaps the most iconic and mysterious monument in the city. Designed by the legendary Catalan architect Antoni Gaudí, this basilica has become not only a religious symbol, but also a masterpiece of art and engineering admired by millions around the world.
Wow, wow, wow.
Its towers seem to pierce the sky, and its facades are filled with details that tell the story of faith, nature, and human creativity. Construction began in 1882, over 140 years ago, and to this day, the Sagrada Familia remains unfinished. Gaudí devoted much of his life to this monumental project, spending over 40 years working on it, and even living in a workshop inside the basilica during his final years. When he passed away in 1926, only a small part of the church was completed. Since then, different generations of architects, craftsmen, and engineers have continued his vision. Current estimates suggest the basilica could finally be completed by 2034, although, as history has shown, timelines often shift. Yet despite being unfinished, the Sagrada Familia has become one of the most visited monuments in Europe. Millions of tourists flock here every year, standing in awe of its grandeur. Tickets to go inside, however, are often quite expensive, with prices starting around 26 to 30 euros per person. This is why many visitors choose to admire it from the outside, capturing photos and videos of its breathtaking facades instead of paying the entry fee. But the story of the Sagrada Familia isn't just about the basilica itself. The area surrounding it has developed into a vibrant hub of activity. As you approach the church, you notice the constant buzz of people. Tourists with cameras, families strolling by, street musicians filling the air with melodies, and vendors selling souvenirs of all kinds. The plaza in front of the basilica is always full of life. People stop for long moments, pointing their lenses upward, trying to fit the massive towers into a single frame. Others simply sit on benches, staring in silence, as if hypnotized by the monument's otherworldly presence. Around the church, cafes and restaurants thrive. Visitors take breaks, sipping coffee or enjoying tapas while keeping the basilica in sight. Ice cream shops and bakeries are busy with families and children, while souvenir stores overflow with postcards, magnets, miniature replicas, and books dedicated to Gaudí's genius. Street artists often set up along the sidewalks, sketching or painting quick portraits with the Sagrada Familia as a backdrop. There is something almost spiritual, even for non-religious visitors, about standing in the shadow of the basilica. Its towers rise like an urban forest, its facades carved with biblical figures, animals, and symbols of nature. Every detail is intentional, inspired by Gaudí's belief that nature itself was God's greatest creation. People walk around slowly, almost reverently, taking in angles and details that seem impossible to fully capture in a single glance. Still, for many visitors, the reality is the same. Going inside the basilica remains a luxury. While some are willing to pay the high price to witness the stained glass windows and the play of light in the interior, others decide to stay outside. The exterior alone, after all, is already a masterpiece, one that offers endless opportunities for photography and wonder. And perhaps, in a way, that is part of the magic, that even without entering, the Sagrada Familia gives you a lasting memory. As construction cranes continue to hover above the towers, the Sagrada Familia stands as a paradox. a building both eternal and unfinished, both sacred and accessible to everyone who passes by. It tells the story of dedication, faith, and patience across generations. And whether you step inside its walls or simply admire it from the streets, the basilica leaves you with the same feeling Gaudí himself might have hoped for, that you have witnessed something beyond time, something that connects the human spirit with the divine.
La cresta del otro lado. Está bien.
I don't know when I would look at it.
The little